Tensions between the United States and Venezuela have reached a critical juncture following reports that Washington is actively considering drone strikes options against alleged drug laboratories and cartel leaders operating within Venezuela territory. This revelation, first reported by NBC, has significantly heightened the already fragile diplomatic and military landscape in the Caribbean region. Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro has vehemently denied any links to drug trafficking, instead accusing the United States of orchestrating a broader conspiracy aimed at his overthrow, while simultaneously vowing to defend Venezuela's national sovereignty against what he terms imperialist aggression. The potential for direct U.S. military action, particularly drone strikes, has introduced a new and concerning dimensions to the long-standing animosity between two nations, raising fear of a more expensive conflict in the coming weeks. Recent operations in the Caribbean have already seen a dramatic increase in naval confrontation, with at least 3 Venezuelan boats reportedly sunk, resulting in the death of 17 individuals. Caracas has swiftly denounced these actions as illegal, immoral threats and a blatant act of aggression against its sovereign waters and national interests. The presence of American warships and surveillance aircraft has become a constant feature in the region, intensifying the perception of an impending military confrontation. Statements from officials within the administration of President Donald Trump have further fueled these concerns, with explicit warning that the United States is prepared to unleash every element of American power to address perceived threats, directly referencing the escalating situation with Venezuela. This rhetoric underscores a firm stance from Washington, indicating a readiness to employ significant military force should diplomatic avenues fail to yield desired outcome regarding drug trafficking and regional stability. The allegations from the United States Center on Intelligence suggesting that Venezuela has become a haven for illicit drug operations, with powerful cartels utilizing its territory for the production and transit of narcotics. These claims form the basis for the consideration of targeted drone strikes, a tactic that has been employed by the U.S. in other regions to counter similar threats. However, President Maduro's steadfast denial and counter-accusation framed the situation as a deliberate provocation, a continuation of what he described as Washington's historical interference in Venezuelan internal affairs. The conflicting narrative creates a dangerous environment where miscalculations or further escalations could quickly lead to a broader military engagement, with potentially severe humanitarian and geopolitical consequences for the wider Latin American region. The international community watches closely, urging restraint and de-escalation from both sides to prevent a full-blown conflict. The deployment of U.S. military assets in the Caribbean, including naval vessels and air reconnaissance platforms, serve as a clear signal of Washington's intent to maintain pressure on Caracas. This show of force is interpreted by some as a deterrent, while others view it as a precursor to direct military intervention. The strategic implications of potential drone strikes within Venezuela are significant, as such action would undoubtedly be met with strong condemnation from Caracas and its allies, further isolating the nations on the global stage, but also potentially galvanizing oppositions within its border. The coming weeks are anticipated to be crucial in determining the trajectory of this escalating crisis, as both nations appear entrenched in their position. With the specter of military conflict looming larger over the Caribbean, the intricate dance between diplomacy and military posturing continues, with the stakes for regional stability growing ever higher. If you have made it this far, congratulations. You have unlocked the truth. I want to ask you a quick question. Do you believe that the potential for U.S. drones or the entire U.S. Air Force, Navy, Marines, and Army camped on the shore of Venezuela to combat narcotic trafficking is justifiable? Join the debate. We want to hear your insightful opinion on where this is all heading in our community. Share your analysis and opinion in the comments below. Like the video and most importantly, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.